Well, welcome along, Bluegrass fans, as we have a great race here tonight. Qualifying underway at Bristol Motor Speedway. The ButtKicker 75, just a few moments away from getting under grid as you're seeing some drivers set their lap times here. Ron Morris Jr. that last time by 14.97. We're going to ride on board here, though, with some drivers taking some qualifying laps here tonight. Coming off the road courses, all the track changes and all these super speedways, road courses, super short tracks. Playoff racing has never been more hectic than it has been. I feel like this season in Bluegrass, these boys have definitely had a handful of tracks to work with, and we're going to see these drivers coming tonight. We're going to see some dang good racing, and I feel like you're going to see some drivers that don't usually prevail here tonight. Good bit of trucks out here on the track tonight. We're going to see some beating, banging, and some good old short track racing. It is myself, Josh Kiwis, up here in the booth with my brother and colleague in the booth, Chris. He will be on the cameras and also the play-by-play as well with me here. But, we've got a great race here, and we're expecting to see, like we said, some more drivers come out here and try to cement their name into just the amount of winners we've had this season. It looks like we've still got drivers. They're going to have to definitely set themselves up for those playoffs as we are ever more shrinking that size week in and week out. But Chris, I've already introduced you up here in the booth. I know you're excited for Bristol tonight. What are you thinking these trucks are going to get through here tonight? I know you're big here at Bristol. You've drove here a couple times. You've had the experience in these trucks here. What are you expecting from a driver's mentality and from a racer's mentality?
Honestly, it's going to be you're going to have to stay mentally focused. That's something that not a lot of people really realize. You have to stay focused pretty much all the time at a track like this. You only have a really short straightaway. As you see, we're riding on board here with Josh Clemons. That straightaway really short, and then you go into another corner, and then that corner is really short, goes to another short straightaway. So you really don't have enough time to settle in, really assess the situation, assess what's going on in front of you. You just kind of got to hope that everybody can keep it on the track, keep it in the lane that they're supposed to. And, at the end of the race, hopefully you can walk away with at least a little bit of fender damage.
You have fender damage here. That's a whole lot better than what some of these guys are going to have done to them tonight. You're going to see that high lane dominate here all night tonight at Bristol. We will see some low lane passes, some two-wide racing for sure, especially here off the get-go. This restart usually gets pretty hectic here on these first starts, getting everybody wound up. Everybody's ready to go, trying to bump here. You're going to see some beating, some banging. Early cautions could be a thing here. We know last year when we came to Bristol, we saw a couple cautions here, and we saw some drivers getting a little wild. We know how it can be at Bristol, though. So that's the nature of the beast. We've got about 6 minutes. No, 5 minutes, 30 seconds. I am all over the place with my math. Reading it all sorts of places, or reading it all sorts of wrong. But, hey, these drivers have got places to go tonight. I mean, you're going to see a lot of these drivers trying to make a statement, like we said. This is getting so much later into the season, and we still got some drivers who haven't picked up that first win, or they want to pick up that second win, that third win, whatever it may be. So Bristol's one of those places you can get it done at. Everybody wants to win here at the last great Coliseum. And we love being here in the Bluegrass series every season. And, man, very glad that we're going to be here tonight. This is going to be a great race.
Yeah, as the championship points, Josh, they're really starting to show up. Jason Bridges right now, currently your points leader, sitting 10 points ahead of Joey Doucette. Joey Doucette with 2 wins as well, so Joey Doucette knows how to get it done. Robert Richards, though, one of those drivers that we were talking about that really last season, he got caught up in the mess a lot, and he really didn't have a good, a good couple of races the first part of the season. And, he really picked it up this season. Robert Richards sitting in that third spot. Daniel Worthington in fourth. Doug Neal fifth. Bobby Hall Jr. in sixth. Alex Healey seventh. CJ Mason eighth. Ron Morris Jr. ninth. Taylor Peacock 10th. Ron Morris Jr., Taylor Peacock, and Mikel Robinson all tied for that ninth position. And then rounding out that 12th position is Joshua Clemons. So sitting on that bubble is really the last 9, or the last 4, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th place. They're really, really sitting on that cut line.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing some great racing, though, here tonight from our playoff drivers. And not only them, I feel like we're going to see all of our drivers here tonight just try to put on a good show. We were saying, This is one of those tracks that everybody wants to win at, kind of like a Darlington or a Talladega or Daytona. This is another one of those tracks that has a legacy. It's been around this series for a very long time. Some of these drivers' favorite drivers drove here. So a lot of history, a lot of legacy. And everybody wants to win here at Bristol. So don't expect to see the aggressiveness here, and not just coming from your non-playoff drivers, but we know how these Bluegrass guys can get, where the non-playoff drivers will be very lenient towards some of their playoff drivers. But like we were saying, expecting to see some good racing, and overall, very excited to have the Facebook and YouTube chat here tonight with us, as we're going to get rolling here for the first part of the Bluegrass week here, and it'll be the Cup Series, Xfinity Series tomorrow night. Then it'll be Cup Series Wednesday night. So we're going to see 3 series here take to Bristol. You're going to see all 3 of these, body styles of race cars are going to have a different style of racing in a sense here. Not necessarily. It's going to be pretty much the same thing. Just one is going to be a lot faster than the other. And you're going to see, as we progress through the week, a little bit faster lap times and just a lot more intense racing. I say that, though, it's Bristol. These trucks are going to put on a lot of intense racing tonight. So
yeah.
Take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. I think I'm just trying to say something, and I'm not getting my point across the best way, Chris.
Actually, Josh, I will say I saw Jason talking about the Truck Series was actually running a little faster than the Xfinity Series on Bristol. So that's going to be interesting to see. Right now, I want to say the Xfinity cars were about a 15-second lap time. Look at that. Joey Doucette sitting on the pole right now, 14.93. So that just goes to show you these trucks, they have a little bit more downforce on the cars than the Xfinity cars. So that might be your reason as to why, they're able to get around the corners a little more in the throttle than the Xfinity cars. But the Xfinity cars are a lot of fun. But I always loved racing the trucks here. That's where I almost got a second place finish here in the Truck Series, man. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we all love being here, and everybody loves being in Bristol. Especially when it's playoff time. Playoff time is going to bring some fun racing here tonight, and I've hit on it a lot, saying racing. I bet you are tired of hearing me saying it's going to be a good race. But trust me, it is going to be a great race. It looks like we've got most of our field set here. About a minute left to grid, and we'll have these trucks out on the track and ready to go.
Yeah, right now your track info up on the screen. As we're here at the Bristol Motor Speedway, it is a half-mile track, 82-degree track temperature. So the track is a little warm, but the sun is going down, so that should cool down and really let these cars let the trucks really start opening up, and the tire wear will be not as severe as it would be if it was a little hotter. 79 degrees outside for your outside temperature, 52% humidity. Partly cloudy with a 1-mile-an-hour wind, so not very windy out there on the track. It's going to be a really, really fun night here at the virtual Bristol, Tennessee.
As it looks like qualifying has just now officially ended. The checkered flag is out for that session, and the race session has hit. You see the grandstands filling up here in Bristol, and these drivers are getting ready to take the grid. I'm seeing a lot of ends pop up on that line timing, so that means we got a lot of drivers ready to go here in just a moment. We'll go through your Bluegrass qualifying grid here for the ButtKicker 75 here in just one moment, as we get a couple more of these beautiful Bluegrass trucks gridded up. And if you see that yellow banner on top, obviously with the big playoff words in it, that means they're playoffs. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and get through your grid here. I say that. Looks like we're waiting on Mikel Robinson, but we'll come back to these race trucks as they're going through the grid. Joey Doucette going to start on pole here tonight. It looks like Mikel Robinson going to start himself out in P2. Good start from that 24. One of his farther up starts we've seen from him in a while. Good to see Mikel picking up the speed here tonight at Bristol. Christopher Blanchard, he is going to start P3 here with Logan T. Smith in P4. Going to go back here to that 48. It's going to be Robert Richards in that P5 position. Bobby Hall Jr. currently not gridded up, sitting in P6. Doug Neal going to start tonight in that P7, in that 77. You see Scott Madden on his outside lane. He is going to start in that P8 position. Go back to row 5 here. It's going to be Ed Osborne, Bluegrass OG, going to start P9 here tonight with Ron Morris Jr. in that 10th position. Alex Healey, He is going to be starting in that 11th position. Daniel Worthington in that 12th spot. Wes Wiggin going to be in 13th with Taylor Peacock 14th. Josh Clemons going to be starting 15th here tonight with Jason Bridges, who is not gridded up currently at the moment. Looks like that's the driver we're waiting on. Then we got CJ Mason in 17th, Travis Twitty 18th. Cody Verrill going to start tonight in that 19th position with Tony Stevens in that 20th spot. 21st going to go to David Brackett with Akamai Proctor taking 21st. Or 22nd, excuse me. And rounding out your field is going to be that 95, Josh Lockwood in that 23rd position. It looks like our field is taken to the track here, though, as that iRacing pace car going to get the grid settled out here. We're going to go green flag racing here in just a moment with the ButtKicker 75. So don't step away from that TV because you're going to miss the action here in just a moment if you do. Yes, tonight will be dual pit roads. Be pitting on the front and back straightaway, obviously, and that means you have to. Does that mean you still have to enter and go all the way around, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, you do. You have to entry in and go all the way around.
iRacing pace car should be getting ready here in just a moment. Turn to the left. As the pace car going to turn left, buckle those seatbelt drivers. Here we go. Green flag is out. The ButtKicker 75 on the way. And it is going to be Joey Doucette in the ButtKicker machine getting off to a great start. As you see the 19 of Blanchard going to shoot it to the inside. Here comes that Blanchard machine as he's now going to dive to the inside and try to go to that lead. And he will. New leader here as we come to the end of lap 1. It'll be Christopher Blanchard leading lap 1. We've got a little bit of a shuffle back there between Robert Richards and co. As it looks like that 76 of Ron Morris Jr. might have got a little bit out of sorts. And now it's starting to fall back a little bit through that field.
Whoa. Looks like
Wes Wiggin, big wiggle right there. As
looks like Ed Osborne got into the wall there. Yeah, Ed Osborne into the wall coming out of that turn. So saying, whoa, you see how that wall juts out. That's something you got to watch out for. Caution is out. It looks like Mikel Robinson, Logan Smith. Oh, Travis Twitty looks like he's down on the bottom. No. Big stack up there. See if we can go back and see. CJ Mason looks like he got caught in the rear end there. See if we can go back and see what happened. Looks like that's what got it started. See everybody getting checked up. Oh, the 11 trying to get slowed up. That's the problem with Bristol, man. That is the problem with Bristol. You just get, you get caught up in the middle of everything. Right on board here with CJ Mason. See if we can see what happened from his point of view. You see up there, going around right now. So everybody having to get checked up. Oh, just not able to get it. You see everybody trying to get it checked up, but just not able to get it. Looks like
Twitty is safe.
Looks like Twitty did get it safe. Looks like Akamai Proctor able to get it slowed down back there. Looks like Bobby Hall Jr. really took a big shot there. Yeah, he's smoking as well. A couple of our playoff drivers already out. Lap 5. See Bobby Hall Jr. right now currently limping around the track with that blown motor. Scott Madden, Robert Richards down pit lane. You saw Robert Richards take that bump there from that 24. But like we were saying, this is going to be one of those things you got to watch out for. You can get really loose on that track. Being on that bottom lane, there is a seam. You can actually see Akamai Proctor riding that seam right now, coming out of the back, coming out of the straightaway. If you're straddling that seam when you come out of the turn, you can get really loose. We can see it from his point of view. Looks like, yeah, you see that? It looks like maybe just a little bit of a twitch there from the 24. Right there.
Yeah, and then Mikel Robinson's going to get beat up as well.
Big hit there for the 24. Robert Richards, though, is going to have to try his best to make up what positions he can. A lot of our playoff drivers are already in this, but the one thing you can say about Bristol is it doesn't matter what your car looks like.
As long as you got RPMs.
As long as you got RPMs, you can keep up with the leaders. Mikel Robinson down pit lane right now. Bobby Hall Jr., you saw him have that blown motor. And I want to say the 85 of Logan Smith also had a blown motor that time around. So it's going to be unfortunate for those three drivers. But it looks like we've got everybody out on the, it looks like the 88 of Wes Wiggin may be slowing down there. Yeah, he's going to be dropping to the back of the field, taking that end of line. He is currently a lap down right now. But the pace lights are off. We will be going green this time by.
Yeah, so our first caution of the night going to be coming to an end here. We're going to be back to racing in just 1 second.
Riding on board here with Ed Osborne right now. Got a lot of drivers in front of him and also a lot of drivers behind him. So going to have to watch and see if Ed Osborne's going to be able to make up any of those positions after he's already had a little bit of contact in the wall earlier. But we're going to go back on board here. It looks like right now Christopher Blanchard going to set the fastest time under race session right now, 15.22. So Joey Doucette just trying his best to make up what position he can. But look at that. Ron Morris Jr. all over that back bumper, up 7 positions right now.
Yeah, and then Taylor Peacock right behind him, up 10 positions. He started 14th, now in 4th. He's looking for another good run after he's had some good success here in this later half of the season for himself. So it looks like Christopher Blanchard going to knock off another 10th, 15-12 that last time by. Oh, no, excuse me, 15:08 for Jason Bridges. He's going to knock off almost another 10th. Jason Bridges starting to find some speed, but Chris, you were saying it, we got a lot of playoff drivers that were involved in that wreck. I think that's pushed some of these guys up here towards the back of the pack and has given them now an opportunity. We're starting to see some of these guys that weren't going to be able to get all that clean air that they've gotten now until possibly a little bit later. They've gotten here early, and they're showing that they've got the speed.
Yeah, we're right on board here with Alex Healey right now. He's got a little bit of front-end damage on that race truck, but like we were saying, doesn't really matter what your damage looks like as long as you have your RPMs still up. So that's what you're going to look out for in these race trucks, these beat-up race trucks. You're going to look out for if they still have the RPMs, if those engines can still keep going. But right now, man, Christopher Blanchard really showing us that he knows how to get it done out here at Bristol. His teammate right behind him, Joey Doucette, trying to catch back up with him. And like we were saying, Ron Morris Jr. coming under a little bit of attack from that 81 of Taylor Peacock. He got that one win, and he's starting to get hungry now. Whoa!
Whoa! Boy, the 76ers had a big wobble.
That could have been what you saw happen to Mikel Robinson, just with that 76 a little bit further away than that 97. So that could have been what happened to that 24 whenever he had that little bit of an incident. You saw, like we said, he got a little bit loose, and it looks like he might have kicked the rear end out just a little bit, tried to catch it, but Blanchard was already, 48 of Robert Richards was on that inside. He was just had nowhere to go, and that's something at a track like Bristol you really have nowhere to go when there's a wreck.
Yeah, nowhere to go. That's definitely a term that you can use for sure here. You've got really nowhere to go when a wreck happens. And you saw we got a bunch of trucks involved early in that first wreck, but it looks like now they've learned what they've got to do. Know that they got to give just a little bit more space. And we've got some good racing right here, right now. Lap 21, and it looks like Christopher Blanchard is going to have a very strong truck here tonight, Chris. He has jumped up in the lead at the halfway point through lap 1, and he's been there ever since. It's good to see Blanchard find some speed here tonight, and especially at a track like Bristol. that's a good track you want to be fast at. So, really good job from that 19 machine of Blanchard to get himself up here and have a good race truck here early.
Yeah, it's good to see that 19 machine really starting to put the pressure on this Truck Series field. Right now, Joey Doucette starting to pull away from Taylor Peacock, so you can tell that Team Misfit crew really got their homework here tonight, or homework this week at Bristol. They were really trying to practice.
Reckon.
It's like the 11 of Cody Verrill, maybe the 22 of Scott Madden. It's like Cody Verrill going to go ahead and pull it back to the pits. We'll go on board here, see what happened. Well, it looks like Akamai Proctor got a little loose into the front of the 11.
Net code.
Oh, the 58 getting into it. Scott Madden getting into it. Ed Osborne looks like he might have net coded through him. See if we can go back on board. See if we can see what happened between Akamai Proctor and that 11 of Cody Verrill. Yeah, that was net code. You can see that gap between the two trucks. Right there. Like, there's a good 3 feet in between those two trucks. So there's no reason he needs to be saying, man, IRacing, you need to get this fixed, man. We'll go on board here with Scott Madden, see it from his point of view as well. Happened in front of him. You see the 9 and the 11 up there. There goes Cody Verrill down to the bottom of the track. We're going to try to get it slowed up. Oh, just everybody not able to go everywhere. It's like the 58 taking a really big shot there. Anthony Stevens, man, just not having the best of luck out there on the track. He has not had the best of luck these last couple races. Everybody looks like electing to go ahead, pull it down pit lane. Ron Morris Jr., Doug Neal, Taylor Peacock, Daniel Worthington, CJ Mason, Scott Madden. Pretty much the whole field coming down pit lane right now. All but 5 cars stayed out.
So Blanchard, Doucette, Healey, and Bridges are going to stay out. It looks like Peacock might beat Wiggin down. It looks like.
Looks like Wes Wiggin, yeah, coming down pit lane right now.
Oh, okay. He was just okay. I see.
He was a lap down. So right now, your top 5 pretty much staying out on the field. CJ Mason coming, moving his way all the way up into that 7th position with that little bit of fender damage on the. Or I say a little bit. That a lot of rear fender damage on the back of that truck. Travis Twitty now moving himself up 9 positions on that pit stop. So good move up there for that 29 of Travis Twitty, avoiding 2 big wrecks here so far. Looks like Robert Richards going to go ahead and pull it down pit lane, try to elect to take a little bit of damage repairs. You see the front end of that truck is, I say the front end, I mean the whole truck is pretty much done.
Yeah, Robert Richards has already had a pretty rough night here tonight at Bristol as he's making his way out of the pit road. Or, I mean, into the pit road, excuse me.
Pace lights are out. We will be going green this next time by.
Looks like we should be going back to racing here just 1 second. Pace car should turn left, and there it goes. Blanchard has the field to his discretion. He will pull up to that restart zone and go. We're back to racing here at lap 30. As we'll have our stage break in about 30 more laps. It'll be at lap 60.
Yeah, but right now, look at that. Alex Healey all over Taylor Peacock all over the back bumper of that 97. So it looks like the 81, Taylor Peacock, is starting to get ready to make a move right now. See if anybody decides to make any big moves, or if everybody's just going to kind of cruise and not really make any too sudden moves. As we saw The 9 of Akamai Proctor having a little bit of netcode issue there on the front of the 11 of Cody Barrel. Did stack up and catch a bunch of drivers back there. The 22 of Scott Madden behind him, you see as well. But right now, everybody up front just pretty much single filing out. They're not really trying to get too racy right now. Just trying to get these trucks settled in and not really kill the equipment too early.
Yeah, that's definitely one thing you got to do at Bristol here is not use the equipment up early. 150 laps, not the most here at Bristol, but still, tires are very important, especially when you're racing. It looks like Doucette now starting to track down Blanchard as he's only a tenth back right on that rear bumper of the 19 of Blanchard. So they're going to wheel it off into turn 2 and 3, come down the back straightaway, or excuse me, 1 and 2. And now getting into 3 and 4. I don't know why I just said 2 and 3. And out of 4, it's still going to be Blanchard leading. But Doucette really starting to show that he might have a little bit of this late run pace here.
Yeah,
Doucette. Especially both of these guys do not have fresh tires, and they're starting to get caught by Taylor Peacock, who does.
Yeah, you're seeing a lot of drivers really starting to get it situated. Jason Bridges moved himself up into that 6th position, so up 10 spots. Doug Neal has got himself around a couple of drivers now. He's promoting himself back up into that 7th position, his original starting position. As it looks like he's going to be working that 34 right now. Doug Neal going to go on the inside, promote himself up into that 6th position. Let's see if he can start working on that 55 of CJ Mason. We know CJ Mason's really a good short track driver. But man, Doug Neal just going out here and showing it that he's really faster than everybody right now. Whoa, 34 up into the wall. He's going to keep it straight though. 113 of Daniel Worthington definitely had a little bit of a brown moment there. I know Travis Twitty also looking up in front of him, seeing that happen, was like, oh man, please don't happen in front of me. Looks like Joey Doucette went ahead and got around Christopher Blanchard. Blanchard falling back to that 3rd spot. Wonder if he got a little loose up into the wall. Let's go back and look for that pass for the lead, see how Joey Doucette set this up.
Just got under him.
Looks like the 19 might have just got into it just a little, got into the corner just a little hotter than he wanted to. Just decided to go ahead and give it up. And it looks like Taylor Peacock on those fresher tires was able to get around him as well. CJ Mason now under attack from Doug Neal. Alex Healey's looking to move himself up a little bit further too. He's like, man, Doug's up here doing this. I can do it too.
Yeah, Healey got himself sitting in that 5th spot now. Or excuse me, 6th spot. As you see CJ Mason in that 77 fighting for that 4th and 5th position, as they have been too wide for the last couple of laps here, putting on a good show. Where the Simbox guys over there is that 77. As he is going to clear him. And he's going to finally get past him. You saw Doug Neal too wide there for a moment with CJ Mason. He's finally going to clear him, and he's going to now roll himself up into 4th spot. And that's a scary spot for some of these drivers up here. Doug Neal with clean air, Chris. We know how fast he can be on these short tracks.
You are correct, Josh. Doug Neal is definitely a bullet when it comes to these short tracks. We're going to see if he can really make up that speed. He's already making it up right now. Joey Doucette starting to lose a little bit of time to Taylor Peacock. So we're starting to see that maybe those older tires were not the good choice. Maybe the tires are just a little upset, which, you know, that could be what it is. Don't really know, but we'll just have to see how those tires handle out here in a couple of laps. We see Christopher Blanchard starting to fall back a little bit. Doug Neal starting to reel him in right now. And then behind him, you see CJ Mason now under attack for that 5th position. Jason Bridges underneath that 55, trying to get him to move up the track. It looks like CJ Mason's up the top of the track, but that top lane is going to have a little bit more momentum coming out of that corner. As, you know, like we saw this past race, you know, for the next gen cars at Auto Club. You know, you saw the drivers running the top lane. They were just a lot faster because of that momentum. Same applies here. That top lane, you're able to stay in the gas just a little longer than that bottom lane. The bottom lane's got to get out of it. So you're able to stay in the gas just a little longer on that top lane. Looks like Doug Neal is really starting to pull through here, though. Ooh, big stack up back there. See that 29 of Travis Twitty look peeking onto the inside of that 76 of Ron Morris Jr. 113 of Daniel Worthington trying to keep that position held. You see the 76 taking that high lane, trying to just use as much momentum as he can, but not able to just keep that pace up. It looks like the 38 of David Brackett starting to peek up into the picture, but he is currently a lap down. David Brackett not fighting for position, but right now, Joey Doucette out 1.5 seconds over Taylor Peacock. So those pressure tires are starting to equal themselves out, Josh. Now everybody's starting to find their pace.
Yeah, we're going to start seeing everybody pick it up now here. This is where, if you've got a long run truck, it's really going to start to show. Joey Doucette showing that he's got some good pace here in this long run, even on those tires he's been on since the start of the race. It's good to see that 16 machine move his way up into the lead after he qualified on the pole. The 97 of Healey working to the inside of that 55 of CJ Mason. He's got Ron Morris Jr. coming around to his outside. And then in his rearview mirror, he can see that 29 of Travis Twitty, who is now putting it to Ron Morris Jr. just a little bit. You see Daniel Worthington there. That's rounding out your top 10. But
yeah,
other than that, man, these guys 2x2 racing right here putting on a good show.
Yeah, Ron Morris Jr. getting into the wall there just a little bit in that last corner. You saw Travis Twitty got out of the gas just a little bit. He's like, oh no, that happened right in front of me. But he's going to keep it under control right now. We've got a 2x2 battle here for that. Whoa, look at that slide job there from that 97 Alex Healey. Going to go ahead and assume that 6th position. Man, right now, this is currently your closest battle for position on the track. Taylor Peacock, Joey Doucette are about 1/2 second back from each other. So it looks like Joey Doucette might be starting to pull away from Taylor Peacock. Now, you say 1/2 second, you're like, oh, that's not that far. Actually, I say that now. It's about 2 4/10 seconds. So maybe he's starting to really fall off here.
Yeah, he's starting to lose a lot of time. Joey Doucette, though, man, starting to put on a lot of time, though. He is coming to life here in this late run. It's going to be the end of the stage this next lap by, so this will be your stage. Pit lane has closed, and Joey Doucette going to pull it around. I thought it was going to be Blanchard for the Blanchard stage, but looks like it will be Joey Doucette as he is going to wheel his way around the racetrack. And he is going to take the green-white checkered stage winner, Joey Doucette.
All right, Joey Doucette is your Blanchard's Towing stage winner. Man, we haven't had a word with Joey Doucette up here in the booth in a long time, so this is going to be interesting.
Yeah, good stage there from Joey. He looked solid in qualifying. He ran about second, third right there, that whole first part of the stage. We got that second caution. He was able to reassess the situation, come back out in the lead after he took it from Christopher Blanchard, and he's done a good job ever since. Looks like he's got a pretty fast racetrack for this long run. Be excited to talk to Doucette, see how he's feeling that racetrack here tonight. We will have a word with your stage winner, though, here in just a moment. Going to let them get down pit road, get their pit cycle done, and then we'll bring that 16 up into the booth and have a word with them.
As you see all these drivers having to take that long, slow crawl around the pit stops. With that dual lane pit stop, you cannot go down below that blue line to go into the pit lane. So that's one of those things that everybody tries to do, but you can't.
So we'll watch Joey Doucette here as he does have pit stall number 1. It looks like Taylor Peacock making his way out. He might beat him out.
Nope.
Whoa, I think Doucette got him. By nose hair. Doucette might have got him. We'll see. Looks like right now Taylor Peacock's holding the lead. Nope. Doucette got out in front of him.
Did get out in front of him.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and bring up Joey Doucette, have a word with your stage winner, and see what he's got to say about that 16 machine. Joey, Doucette, Chris, and Josh up here in the Bluegrass booth. Do you got a copy?
How you guys doing?
Doing fantastic, man. Well, we just saw you come from a little bit of a slow start there, maybe just hanging out there in the early run, but it looked like a long run truck, man. You got it. You were picking up some speed there, even when some other guys had some fresh tires. How you feeling about going into the rest of this race, man? And congratulations on that stage 1 win right there. Very excellent job.
Excited. If we can get some long green flag runs, I practiced a fuel run, and my truck just got better in the long runs. So hopefully we can keep it green, and my truck's pretty fast at the end. So I'm pretty excited.
Jerry, we're excited for you, man. You've looked very stout here so far in the first 60. You picked up the stage win, man. Congratulations on that. And hey, we're going to let you get back down here with your team, get some strategy going. We know you're very excited to get back to green flag racing here. But again, congratulations on that stage, Joey, and good luck.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. It looks like down the back straightaway they're going to bring him. You heard from him. He wants that long green flag run, practice fuel strategy, and we know these Bluegrass guys are fuel strategy races, and looks like we are going to get that pace car off. And as we bring the field back to green, we're going to go ahead and crank those volumes up and bring you to an LNS Customs loud pedal to get those volumes cranked up, and we will bring you back in just a moment. But enjoy these sights and sounds here from the Bristol Motor Speedway.
All right, and we're going to go for round 2 after this, since it seems like every time we go to a loud pedal, everybody decides they want to start messing up then. So we'll go back to another loud pedal. We'll go back and see what happened to that 113 of Daniel Worthington. It looks like he just got a little loose coming off the corner. Got that rear end out from under him, so we'll see what happened. Yep, just got down there on that apron. So it looks like the rear end just came out from under him. Didn't get into the wall, didn't have any contact. So Daniel Worthington's going to be able to live to fight another day. He's right on board here with him. You see, he's trying to straddle that apron as much as he can. He just gets those left fronts down there on the apron, and that sends it around. All right, and while we're under caution, we're going to go ahead and take you to an LNS Custom side-by-side, so we'll be right back with the action, but you won't miss any of it.
With the ButtKicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker. The future is feeling.
All right, we welcome you back to the action. Like we said, we're going to go ahead and try to do another LNS Custom side-by-side, so get those full screens ready, get those volumes turned up. We're doing another LNS Customs loud pedal. And we welcome you back from that LNS Customs loud pedal. We were able to successfully get it done, so hooray to us. As the Bluegrass boys are starting to get it settled out right now. We saw Alex Healey starting to get a little loose coming out of the corner there under that turn, or under that loud pedal. So a lot of really loose racing going on between these race cars right now. Going back here, we see Doug Nils trying to move his way back up through the field. He's fallen back to that 10th position. So trying to make up as much position as he can. CJ Mason on that outside lane of David Brackett, trying his best to make up as much position as he can. But Joey Doucette still's got his teammate of Christopher Blanchard all over that back bumper. So it's good to see Christopher Blanchard, man, putting the pressure on his teammate. Looks like Travis Twitty trying to make a pass on the inside of Ron Morris Jr. Let's see if he can make it stick. He will. So Travis Twitty going to promote himself up into that 5th position. I know he's probably loving that triple monitors right now. He was able to see everybody. He was able to see up there. So he probably was really able to see his situational awareness, and I'm proud of him, man. Good job, Travis. Looks like Neal right now coming under attack from David Brackett. So David Brackett starting to move his way back up through the field. He's back on the lead lap. Is that 38? So David Brackett tried to make a little bit of a splash, try to get into that top 10. But Neal trying to hold him off as best he can. Joey Doucette, though, still got that teammate all over that back bumper, 2/10 off of him. So, man, Christopher Blanchard and Joey Doucette, like he said, you heard him say in that interview, had a lot of practice here on the track. It's really going to show you that, man, they are getting it done. Man, we got a big gaggle of race cars back here. Looks like Jason Bridges, oh no, jumped to the pits.
Oh, he disconnected due to incoming packet loss, it says.
Oh, no. The 34. Oh, David Brackett get up into the wall there. It looks like everybody's going to keep it straight, though, man. You know, if you're Taylor Peacock, you're looking in that rear view. Look at the difference that Taylor Peacock has. He's just got Alex Healey and Travis Twitty, but if Travis Twitty was to look behind him, Scott Madden, man, look behind him. He's got a mean old hornet.
Hornet's
mean
nest.
old hornet's nest coming up behind him.
Yeah, but good job from all of our drivers right now. Joey Doucette still going to be out in the lead. Blanchard, like he said, Chris, chasing him down. Still giving him a run for his money. Taylor Peacock third, Healey fourth with Twitty in fifth. As we're coming under to, or close to 50 to go here soon. Might start seeing some drivers get ready to go here. We know 50 to go is like 10 to go at Talladega.
Yeah, you know, it's only a half a mile, so, you know, think of it that way. You know, you've got, you know, a mile a track, so we'll say Charlotte, you know, you go, or no, Charlotte's a mile and a half, right? Yes, I'm dumb. Let's just say a mile track, any of them, and, you know, you go one lap around that. Well, you're doing 2 laps around this to do 1 lap around that. So, you know, just think about it. You only got technically 25 laps at a normal size racetrack, so it really goes by quick.
Quick indeed. I mean, we're 100 laps into this race, and we just hit the 39-minute mark for the race session time. So these boys are moving.
Yeah, the Bluegrass boys definitely know how to get it done. I say it week in and week out. They definitely know how to get it done. A lot of drivers having a little bit of hiccups. You know, we did have those early cautions, but you know, whenever we walk into Bristol, that's kind of one of those things that you just kind of have to expect. You expect the cautions because you know this place is just utter chaos if something happens in front of you.
Yeah, it is indeed. It can be absolute utter chaos here, and luckily we just had a little bit of a issue to start off the race, but so far these guys have gotten it settled under them. Since that caution back from the stage, they have been also just rolling very strong. But it looks like right now, man, Blanchard is still trying to put that pressure, but it looks like Peacock's catching them as well, Chris. As well, bringing Healey and Twitty in tow with him.
Yeah, Taylor Peacock is starting to come under attack from Alex Healey, so we'll see. But look at that, Josh. Christopher Blanchard, Joey Doucette starting to also fall off. So Taylor Peacock starting to reel them in, like you said. Starting to pull them up there.
They might be trying to save here.
Yeah, they might be trying to save. Could be deciding to come down pit lane here before too long. Just going to have to see what they decide to do. You're starting to see Taylor Peacock now starting to slowly creep up in Christopher Blanchard's rearview mirror. So maybe, like you said, Josh, maybe just going on a little bit of a tire save right now, not really wanting to push the issue too far, too hard, too far. They know they've got a lot of laps still under them belt. So right now, I know Travis Twitty, he is trying his best to hang on to whatever position he can get himself into, because he's definitely loving what he's seeing right now in front of him.
Look at that, Blanchard trying to make a pass for the lead.
Doesn't look like it's going to stick. Joey Doucette on that outside lane, just able to keep up the momentum a little more. Looks like Joey Doucette going to go ahead and fall back in front of Christopher Blanchard. Like we were saying, Taylor Peacock and co starting to really drag everybody up in front of him. We're going to go back and see Wes Wiggin. Got himself separated between him and Scott Madden now. But Daniel Worthington is, after that spin, I saw somebody in the Facebook chat saying that was a good save, Daniel. That really was, man. But you saw after that really good save out of that corner, he's now moved himself into the top 10, back into the 8th position. It looks like they're starting to put the get back on the loud pedal, Josh. They're now separated out about a second now. They were about a half a second under them. Now they've got it out to about a second. So I think Joey Doucette and Blanchard were like, all right, time to get on the loud pedal, get a little bit of separation between these boys.
Yeah, for real. They put another second on them, didn't they? But it looks like Peacock and them are starting to equal out on lap time, so. Let's see.
Looks like it looks like the 19 might be trying to, going down on that bottom lane. Looks like he might have been trying to make a pass, but could have decided against it, is that 19. Like we were saying, Taylor Peacock now starting to come under attack from Alex Healey. Looks like Alex Healey starting to get ready to move. Here he goes, making a move on the inside.
Yeah, Healey trying to make that move. Twitty's trying to figure out where he needs to go to try to pick off one or the other when that move gets made.
Looks like Alex Healey, though, did fall off of that momentum that he had. Yeah, you see having to go really slow there. It's Travis Twitty trying to stay off the back bumper of that 97. You know, these cars, they go a lot faster than you think they do. But, you know, they just look like they're kind of cruising around on this track, man. That's just because they're in a big old bowl.
Yeah, we got 35 laps here to go. It's still going to be Joey Doucette in the lead with Christopher Blanchard in second.
76.
Peacock third. Our top 5 is still the same as it's been. Looks like they're catching that Ron Morris Jr. machine, who's your last car on the lead lap. He's going to stay in this high lane. And with those drivers going to the bottom, getting held up a little bit here by Ron Morris Jr., that could allow Taylor Peacock and co to grab a little bit of space here. And if Blanchard's not careful, he could get caught up. It looks like Twitty's starting to put some pressure now on Healey, Chris.
Yeah, that's what I was actually sitting there thinking. It looks like Travis Twitty all over the back bumper of that 97. So we'll see if maybe Taylor Peacock's starting to wear those tires out, trying to hold off that 97. It looks like Travis is trying to take that outside lane. Oh, getting maybe a little loose there. But it looks like the 97 going to go ahead and try to cut it back up in front of that 29. We're going to go back on board here with Joey Doucette, Christopher Blanchard. You see they're pretty much just single filed out right now. Joey Doucette looks like he might have a little bit better pace than that Blanchard machine. But right now, the 76 of Ron Morris Jr. are starting to come under attack from that 81 of Taylor Peacock. So this could change everything up just a little bit. Whoa, big drive in. This is going to be a turn.
Oh!
Good
save!
Big save. Big save there from Taylor Peacock. Man, what a save from Taylor Peacock.
Gonna get those rear tires heated up. We're going to have to watch this on the replay. Yeah, the 81 just didn't get down there fast enough, and it looked like the 97 was there. The 81 kept turning down because of that on the account of lap traffic. He got past right there, and hey, I mean, I don't think that's why the 81 really said anything. I think he realized he kind of tried to shut that door a little bit too late. It happens, man, but I'm not going to sit there and say that the 81's at fault or the 97 at fault. That was just pure racing right there, man, and both of them didn't want to give an inch.
Yeah, you're 100% correct, Josh. Just, you know, one of those things where everybody's just trying to keep as much track position as they can, not trying to push the issue. Whoa, looks like might have a little bit of looseness there from the 29 of Travis Twitty. Looks like
97 coming down pit road. Healey coming down pit road.
Alex Healey going to go ahead and pull the trigger down pit lane. He's going to have to go down the next lane. You see him getting ready to pull it down
Twitty
here.
Coming in as well.
So Travis Twitty going to go ahead and pull that trigger as well.
113 going to come in this lap. Daniel Worthington currently sitting in ninth.
It's like Ed Osborne in that 42 down pit lane. So starting to come into a lot of lap traffic now. It looks like Bobby Hall Jr. in that 94 on those fresher tires is just able to make up a lot of time there. He was sitting in pit lane for 32 minutes. So Bobby Hall Jr. ready to get out and start racing. It's good to see that 94 back out on the track, though. Alex Healey, Wes Wiggin, Travis Twitty on their way out right now. Daniel Worthington still on his way around. Looks like Ed Osborne also on his way out. So you're going to see these drivers go a couple of laps down. The only thing that you have to worry about in that situation is a yellow flag. You do not want a yellow flag to come out when you are a couple of laps down. But these drivers, Joey Doucette, Christopher Blanchard, they're going to have to come down pit lane eventually, take tires and fuel if they are not managing, which you did see them go on a major save there for a little bit. So they could, you know, in theory have enough to get to the end, but we'll have to see. You know, Joey Doucette said he did practice a lot of fuel runs, so he would know best if he has the fuel in his car or not. Taylor Peacock going to promote himself back up into that third position after that little bit of bump from that 97 of Alex Healey. Looks like Travis Twitty down pit lane for 1 minute and 37 seconds. I wonder if he got a speeding penalty.
That would be unfortunate.
That would be unfortunate indeed. But right now, Joey Doucette starting to put a little bit of separation between Blanchard now. Taylor Peacock is about a 1 7/10 second back, which is pretty much the whole straightaway here at Bristol. So we're gonna have to see if Peacock can make up that position before these drivers go down pit lane, or if Joey Doucette, like we were saying, Joey Doucette, Christopher Blanchard decide not to come down pit lane. Jason Bridges saying power went out.
That stinks, man. Hate it for you, Jason. You were looking like you had a solid car here tonight, man.
Oh, unfortunate, man. Unfortunate. So we've only got 5 cars on the lead lap right now with 17 laps to go. So we'll see when these boys decide to come down pit lane. CJ Mason is currently your last car on the lead lap. Trying his best to just hang on to what position he can, but he's got Joey Doucette right now creeping up in that rear view. Then Scott Madden's going to be your 4th position driver. David Brackett right in front of him David Brackett in 4th, Taylor Peacock in 3rd. You see him right now on the back bumper there of that 99 of Josh Clemons. And then Joey Doucette starting to come into a lot of traffic. Travis Twitty with those pressure tires is going to go on the inside of the 16 and get that lap back.
Ooh, look at Blanchard. He got called up on the bottom lane there, Chris. He's now got 2 lapped cars in between him and Doucette.
Whoa, 76, Ron Morris Jr. big drive in. Wonder if they're going to decide to bring it down pit lane here. They see they're losing a lot of time on this track now.
They might not be able to do that. I think they might lose too much time here unless they were just to do gas and go.
That would be the only way to really make up that time, as you see a lot of drivers starting to unlap themselves on that 16 of Joey Doucette. So it looks like Christopher Blanchard now falling back to that 3rd spot. You see that just really starting to come in. Taylor Peacock not really pushing as much as that Blanchard machine. Whoa, it looks like maybe the 81 coming down pit lane right now. David Brackett also on his way out right now. So now Joey Doucette has his teammate back behind him. So we'll see if they can make it. 10 laps to go. This is going to be crunch time. I know CJ Mason, man, he is definitely looking in that rear view going, go down pit lane, go down pit lane. It's Taylor Peacock still on his way into the pits.
22 coming down, I think.
Scott Madden coming down pit lane. So right now, CJ Mason, Christopher Blanchard, and Joey Doucette are your only drivers who have not come down pit lane. Looks like Blanchard coming down pit lane now. It looks like he might have got loose coming out of the corner.
They're not going to hold the lead here. Healey's going to be your leader.
I wonder if Joey Doucette is just going to try to make it as far as he can. Right on board here just to hear how much.
I didn't even notice that Joey didn't pit. I'm sorry. I thought he said he pitted as well. So yeah, he is full saving. Got 28 seconds and 5 laps to go. Does he make it, Chris? Does he make it?
I don't know. Christopher Blanchard now is falling back through the field. So if Joey was to come down pit lane, that could seal the deal for him. Right now, Joey Doucette, only driver on the track without coming down pit lane. So I'm thinking he's gambling for it right now.
Yeah, he is. And he'd be the only driver on the lead lap if he was to win.
4 laps to go. This is going to be crunch time for the 16 of Joey Doucette. Man, if he pulls this off, this is going to be one of the craziest finishes here at Bristol. And we haven't even got 2 races out of the way.
3 to go.
3 to go this time by. Gonna ride on board here one more time with that 16. See how he's faring in that truck.
You don't hear any sputtering. 2 laps to go, Chris, and Healey don't got the time to catch him, lap him, and get back by 23 seconds. This is all Joey Doucette if he's got the gas, baby. He said he had the fuel strategy. Will it be him?
White flag's out.
White flag. He's just got to make it. And dang near, I think he could coast from where he's at right now, Chris. There he is, out of 3 and 4.
Out of 3 and 4, Joey
Checkered
Doucette
flag.
gonna take the checkered flag here at the ButtKicker 75 on a fuel strategy from hell.
What a race from Joey.
Good drive there from Alex Healey, and then Wes Wiggin gonna be your 3rd place finisher. Joey Doucette probably not going to get any burnouts from that 16 tonight.
The only car on the lead lap, too.
The only car on the lead lap. So Joey Doucette going to walk away with the win. Oh, we do get a burnout. Burn it down, Joey Doucette. Wonder if he just ran out of fuel.
You just said that. Well, what a strategy from Joey Doucette. That is going to pick him up the victory here tonight at Bristol Motor Speedway. We're going to go ahead and get through your post-race results here, as it's going to be Joey Doucette taking the dub here tonight in that 16 machine. Hasn't pitted since lap 63. He is going to take home his victory here tonight. P1 for Joey Doucette and the stage win. He is going to sweep Bristol. Then P2 going to be that Alex Healey machine. Good race from him. Granted, Joey Doucette, baby, he's going to win it old school style like those boys, Ned Jarrett, Tiny Lund, all them in the day used to do. Finish 4 laps ahead, 3 5s, however many laps ahead. Joey Doucette going to finish 2 laps ahead. And he's going to pick up the win. Alex Healey, 2nd place with Wes Wiggin in 3rd. Doug Neal, 4th. Then you're going to see Akamai Proctor in that 5th place position. Good run here tonight from Akamai to get himself in 5th. I know he's probably excited about that one. Congratulations, Akamai, on your 5th place, man. You've been showing some good speed here recently. Taylor Peacock going to finish in that 6th position with Daniel Worthington in the 7th. David Brackett, 8th with Scott Madden in 9th. Christopher Blanchard going to finish in 10th with Ron Morris Jr. in 11th. CJ Mason going to finish 13th. Or 12th, excuse me, with 13th going to Josh Lockwood. And let's see here. Travis Twitty is going to be in that 14th position with Ed Osborne 15th. Jason Bridges 16th with Bobby Hall Jr. in 17th. Josh Clemons, he is going to finish tonight here in 18th with Robert Richards 19th. These are the guys that had early damage here that had to pit for a very long time. As it's going to be Cody Verrill in 20th, Tony Stevens in 21st, Mikel Robinson 22nd, and rounding out your field is that Logan T. Smith machine. But it looks like we've got Joey Doucette and all the boys up here in the staging area. So we're going to go ahead and get these podium interviews ready. We're going to get our race winner, Joey Doucette, up here and have a word from the fuel strategy man himself. See what he's got to say about this win here tonight. Joey Doucette, Chris, and Josh up here in the Bluegrass booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy, guys.
Man, I got to say, not a lot of people come up here in the booth and call out their fuel strategy and stick to their word with that one, man. We saw it was a tight fuel strategy for all you boys out there, and you were the only man on the lead lap there at the end. 2 laps to the rest of the field. Joey, we were saying you were taking it to a 1960 style, baby. That was an old-fashioned butt whooping, and congratulations on that victory here tonight. Excellent fuel strategy.
I appreciate it, fellas. Yeah, I knew it was going to come down if we had a green flag run that it was going to come down to fuel strategy. I was looking at my app that I have here, and I'm like, oh no, we're close. I can't make it. And then I just started slowing the pace down, clutching it, and I eventually saved everything that I had. And I did the burnouts, and I ran out of gas.
Yeah, I heard you say you ran out of gas right at the end of the burnout, man. But you came into the night and you picked up the stage 1 win. You were looking very solid from the start. And Joey, it looks like just all night, man, you guys were firing on all cylinders. And I got to say, finishing here tonight in first place, do you think you guys got some more speed left in the rest of the season? You look very solid here tonight, and hopefully you guys didn't all use it up here.
I hope not. Vegas is, I'm good at mile and a half. So, I mean, I won at Homestead. I won at Nashville Super Speedway. Glad I got a short track win this season. But Vegas and then Iowa going back to a short track. So, and then Martinsville and Charlotte, another mile and a half. So, the pretty good outcome right there. The last four or five races. I'm going to shoot for this championship. I don't got nothing to worry about at Vegas. I'm locked in the round at 8 now, and I just feel great.
Man, well, not only do you feel great, you looked great out there on the track tonight, Joey. It was one hell of a job, man. We know going into the round of 12, it was probably stressful getting yourself ready for the night going into Bristol. And hey, got all that stress off your back. Excellent fuel strategy. I got to say, big kudos to all the practice you and the team put in, man. Hey, especially you with the fuel strategy. Excellent job. You called your shot and you took it. And got to say, it's a big congratulations. And hey, if you've got any final words, thoughts, shout outs, anything, Joey, before we let you get out of here tonight, buddy, you're more than welcome to throw them out there. We'll let you get on your way.
Team Misfits for Bluegrass. Chris, he had one heck of a race. Taylor, same thing. We're all fast, and then Ed. But Warrior Raps Racing, ButtKicker, Breams Bugs, Ames Oil, No Sweat, Pulse Poppers, them guys that came on my truck, and I just can't thank them all. I can't appreciate them all because it really touches my heart that they came along and trusted me to have their name on my truck. Friends, family, mom, dad. Last week I had my first race on triples. Now I got my first win on triples. Just friends, family that support me doing this and watching the stream and everything. So I appreciate them. I appreciate you. I appreciate Jason, all the guys in here. Great talent, love racing, and I appreciate you all.
Yeah, we appreciate you, Joey. And again, man, congratulations on the first triple screen win, man. We know that's always a fun one. And hey, congratulations on everything here tonight, man, and getting yourself into the round of 8. Hopefully, we'll be having some words with that 16 machine later in the Truck Series season. But hey, we'll be seeing you at Vegas and next week, man. And hopefully, you can enjoy the rest of your week. And congratulations on the night.
I appreciate it, fellas, and you have a great night.
Yes, sir. You too as well. Thank you, Joey.
Yep.
And that was Joey Doucette. I'm going to go ahead and bring up Alex Healey. Have a word with our second place finisher here tonight. Alex Healey, Chris and Josh up here in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yep, I got you guys.
Man, well, it looked like Joey Doucette just had the absolute GOAT fuel strategy here tonight. Everybody else besides Joey finished off the lead lap here tonight, but a second place finish. We know that's just fuel strategy here. We lose laps here, and we know it's nothing that you guys really had in your control. But Alex, you guys did an excellent job here anyways, coming home in second place. You started 9 positions back and gained all those positions. You had some really good races throughout the race here tonight. We saw a little bit of contact there with Taylor Peacock under that, trying to pass that lap car there. Just take us through, everything you had here happen tonight with you and, what you think is going to help you go into next week at Las Vegas with this good momentum in the second place here tonight.
Yeah, frankly, it was all kind of a blur. I'm sure you guys can hear me. I've been feeling like dog crap all today, and I mustered up the strength for this race. I told my spotter Dave that this was going to be my 96 Michael Jordan flu game in the finals, and we about pulled it off. I just kept waiting for Joey to pit. I didn't think there was any way that he was going to be able to make it, but he just kept clicking off laps, maybe not fast ones, but he never had to come down, and that set him apart from the rest of the field. Which, like you guys said, I know had some tight racing with Taylor, and I don't know if that was may have been my fault. I'll have to go back and watch the replay. And there's another incident earlier. I can't remember. I think that might have been some netcode stuff. But like I said, I barely know where I'm at right now.
Yeah, man, we know how it is. I've definitely tried to sit in the seat while I'm sick. It's not fun. So I gotta say a big kudos to you, man. I love the Michael Jordan reference too. That made me get a little bit of a giggle. But Alex, man, it's good to hear you in good spirits, even though you're not feeling the greatest. We know how that can be. And hey, man, if you've got any thoughts or any final words you want to let the fans know before we get into Vegas next week, more than welcome to let them go. And we'll let you get out of here, buddy. We know it's you're not feeling the best, and let you celebrate this second place and rest up for the rest of the night.
Yeah, man, we're just pumped up, having a good finish in the first race of the second round here. Hopefully, we can string together another good run. I survived the first round, which I was very worried about. I was on probation, and then had Darlington, which is always a tough one, and then Watkins Glen, which is a wild card too. So after surviving that, I'm feeling a lot more comfortable now. So big shout out to you two guys for doing the broadcast every week. You guys do a great job. I love going back and watching it after the race, and forcing my wife to watch it for a second time after she's watched the race live. Big shout out to Jason and the rest of the Bluegrass guys that put this deal on for us. It's a ton of fun, and shout out to all the people that are watching, especially my family, my wife. I believe she's sitting about 5 feet behind me right now, and my brother-in-law and the rest of the gang, all of them, and number one, my spotter Dave, as always, getting me good calls, getting me to pit lane when I need to be, and just kind of giving me spatial awareness and keeping my head in the game tonight. Because there's about a 20 or 30 lap stint there where I mean, you might as well just deleted those laps from my memory, because I don't know what the hell happened, or if it was good, bad, or indifferent.
Heck yeah, man. Well, hey, I mean, if I was just as good as you when you weren't even being able to concentrate driving, you might be in a good spot, man. But hey, Alex, you came away second tonight, man. All the troubles you've had and everything here tonight, man. We are keeping you in our thoughts, man. Hopefully you feel better. And hey, again, congratulations on that second place, and to your wife, man. Thank you for sticking around with Alex, making him watch the race with him again. And I'll say a big shout out to you again when he makes you watch the interview for a second time. So
Yes.
but Alex, again, congratulations, buddy. Hopefully you get to feeling better, and we'll be seeing you next week at Las Vegas, man.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, man. Have a good night. All right, and that was Alex Healey. Gonna go ahead and bring in our kind of quiet third place finisher here tonight, Chris, Wes Wiggin. We know he was one of those drivers that was kind of quiet here tonight and just showed up when it mattered. So let's go ahead and bring up that 88 and have a word with him. Wes Wiggin, Chris, and Josh up here in the booth. Do you have a copy, sir?
I got you guys.
Hey, man. Well, Wes, we were just talking about it before we pulled you up here in the booth. An absolute silent drive from you here tonight, man. We saw some Wes Wiggin mixing it up there early on in the race, but, kind of just a quiet night from you. And then here at the end, you're going to come from 13th. You're going to finish third. And we saw some great racing from you, man. An absolutely great job to just kind of lay low here and then come and pounce when it really matters. So Wes, great job here tonight at Bristol, man. And how do you think that sets you guys up going into an intermediate Las Vegas next week? And you think you're going to take that momentum going into next week?
Yeah, it was definitely this is a win for me for sure. After the first few laps in that caution, I got some pretty heavy damage. Was able to get it fixed up, and strategy just worked out to my favor. And going into next week, I'm a fan of Vegas, so who knows? Maybe I can ride it.
Yeah, man. We know we've seen you ride some success on those 1.5 mile ovals, and really just those intermediate tracks, Wes. We know you've got the speed, man, and one of those names week in and week out we always got to look for. And we saw just a little bit of mix of strategy here tonight with Joey. Do you think if maybe you guys got a caution or anything, the 88 machine could have possibly came up there and finished for a second place or possibly a win here tonight?
It definitely would have been close, but I mean, he had us a lap down, so I probably would have been stuck a lap down still. Alex would have got the lucky dog and it had been on them. But I had tires, so I was definitely rolling. So
Yeah, if you guys didn't, get putting the laps down and caution pops out early, maybe a different night here for the 88. But all in all, man, we heard you say it was a win from your camp. We know you're comfortable going into Las Vegas. And hey, that's got to be something that you're looking forward to, Wes. And we're also looking forward to as well, man. It's always good to see that 88 machine show speed. We know you've had some adversity these past couple weeks sometimes getting into some of the things here. Maybe not as clean of a season as last season, but Wes, you've had a great overall, run here this season. And hey, if you've got any final words, man, or final thoughts before we let you get out of here and get you into Las Vegas next week, we will, and you can get them out there and we'll get you wrapped up here tonight.
yeah, I definitely got to let Ed Osborne know that me and him got together there in the middle of the race, and it was completely an accident. He was just real close to my inside, and I bounced it off the wall and collected him, took him out. I feel bad for him for that. I got to thank my teammates at Flex, Dan, Bobby, and Dakota. We're really working hard to try to bring the finishes where we want them to be. I got to thank my wife. She lets me do this. Thank you guys for doing this broadcast. Appreciate Jason for putting on this series. It's been a great series, and it's just got nowhere to go but up. So, yes, sir.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you, Wes. Appreciate the kind words, man. And hey, we're very excited to see you guys get it packed up and go into next week. And hopefully we'll be seeing you roll in there at Las Vegas doing good. But Wes, congratulations tonight on the third place, man, on the podium. And we'll be seeing you next week. And hopefully he'll be having some more words with you soon.
Appreciate it, guys. Let's go Team Flex.
Heck yeah, man. Appreciate it. And enjoy the rest of your night. All right, and that was Wes Wiggin. Well, Chris, any final words for the Bluegrass faithful before we get them out of here tonight?
Yeah, just a big shout out to everybody on the Facebook, on the YouTube chat. Sorry I wasn't all talkative on the Facebook and the YouTube chat. I do apologize. I am dealing with a gallbladder issue. Go to the doctor tomorrow to see if I get it cut out or not. So we'll see then. But not feeling too great tonight. So just kind of cruising. So again, shout out to the Facebook and the YouTube chat. Really appreciate everybody who comes out and watches. All the family members, all the friends, everybody who comes out here and watches these races. We could not do it without y'all. All of the Bluegrass faithful, Jason, Brian Terry, all the guys that do race control, everybody that has put something towards Bluegrass and made it better. We appreciate you. Big shout out to LNS Customs, ButtKicker, Kinder Performance Group, and Barber Ford Motorsports for coming on and letting us be able to do this Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. And man, I cannot wait for Las Vegas next week in the trucks, but I cannot stress enough how much I can't wait to see the Xfinity cars here tomorrow night.
Indeed. Well, I got to echo the same thing. Just a big shout out to LNS Customs, ButtKicker, Barber Ford Motorsports, and Kinder Performance Group. Once again, they are one of the reasons we get to do this, and me and Chris are very thankful for that and express our gratitude to all of our sponsors and fans over on the YouTube and Facebook. So if you're on that YouTube, hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell so you know when we go live. Press that like button as well. Get those, whatever, I don't know what doing the like button really on YouTube does, but you know what I mean. Maybe get us trending, I don't know, whatever that's called on YouTube. Algorithm, that's the word I was looking for. I knew it was in my head, I just couldn't think of it. But yeah, get those likes, help get the algorithm up. And if you're on that Facebook, share us out to some of your iRacing friends. If you got any, of your friends, some group chats or anything, share us out, let them know about us, and get some of those Bluegrass fans over. And who knows, you could possibly be driving in the series with open interviews, but you know what I mean, open driver seats every season. It's always a possibility that you could be in here. But other than that, just a big shout out to all you guys over on the Facebook, YouTube. Big shout out to all of our sponsors. Be here tomorrow night, Tuesday, 9 p.m. for the Xfinity race at Bristol Motor Speedway. This is Chris and Josh signing off for the final time here tonight at Bristol, saying good night, and we will see you tomorrow.